some say the moon. Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why, 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas?
This video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept. One we are willing to postpone. What was once the furthest outpost of the old frontier of the West will be the furthest outpost on the new frontier of science and space. Houston, your city of Houston, with its manned spacecraft center, will become the heart of a large scientific and engineering community. But if I were to say, my fellow citizens, we shall send to the moon 240,000 miles away from the control station in Houston, a giant rocket more than 300 feet tall, the length of this football field, made of new metal alloys, some of which have not yet been invented, capable of standing heat and stress, several times more than a feather scale, fitted together with a precision better than the finest watch, carrying all the different pieces of components, life, control, communication, food, and survival, on an untried mission, an unknown celestial body, and then return it safely to Earth, re-entering the atmosphere at 55,000 miles per hour, causing heat about half that of the temperature of the sun, almost as hot as it is here today, and do all this, and do all this, and do it right, and do it first, before this decade is out, then we must be bold.
We must be bold. Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki, and we've got a little surprise for you. Yes, we do, because we're going to be showing you a preview of what we are going to be doing Monday night next week. That will be later in the show. Do not miss it, because from what everybody's been telling me, they absolutely positively love it, and I'm so very thankful that I'm getting to be a part of it. But right now, we're going to talk about how bad fucking ass Cassius McQueen is. TC McQueen. This is the two-parter that pretty much cemented him in badassery and sci-fi. This is the best of the best when it comes to Space Above and Beyond. No, the other episodes aren't trash, but this is the shit. Never No More and the Angriest Angel. I would like to welcome my panel this morning. Dave Bob, good morning, brother.
Good morning. I don't know why my avatar's not showing up on YouTube. It's there in StreamYard.
It is there in the StreamYards. I don't know what the hell's going on. It is there. The Rooster in the hen house is here. I don't know. Let me, hold on. Let me see. Let me, bloop, bloop, bloop. I don't know. Is it back? Is it there? I don't know. But it's there. It's there for us. It is there for us. Rambling Canuck, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Not too bad. Can't complain too much.
All right. And of course, the Vivacious Purple Valkyrie is here with us this morning. Good morning, Purple.
Good morning. Hey, guys.
How are you doing?
Doing right, thank you. Doing okay.
All right. And I would like to welcome everyone in chat this morning. Good morning, everyone. Shum, good morning. Mark, the infinitely tired, the Bash brother from the South, is here. I know I saw Chris Persia in here earlier, so good morning to the Bash brother of the North. Leia Rose, good morning. Shane Nolan, good morning. The Doctor of Disaster and Destruction is here, ladies and gentlemen. A Dega Outlaw. Good morning, sir. DJ Ronnie G, good morning. Good morning to the lady Arwen Avalon. How are you doing, Arwen? Psychodorf Nod! Good morning, brother. Hope you are having a great one. Hope you all are having a great one. Keely Chow, Roll Tide. Keely, Roll Tide. Good morning, Dave G. Sound. Good morning, Pat S. I don't know if I said any of that before, but good morning. Good morning to Mrs. Canuck. Gun Buddy! Good morning, Gun Buddy. TGIF to you too, Sit Room. Good morning, Sit Room. I hope you're having a great one. I hope you all have had a wonderful week. And what a way to close a week with Space Above and Beyond, Never No More, and The Angriest Angel. The two best episodes that Space Above and Beyond had to offer. We don't know if they could have done more because I think there's only like 5 or 6 more episodes in this show, and then it's done. It's done. And we're gonna move on to Firefly, but what a way to cap it off with these 2 episodes. So we're gonna start out with Never No More. Never No More is the Shane Vance was gonna get married episode. Holy shit. Shane Vance had a beau. She had a beau in high school, and he was like, my parents got engaged to this song by Patsy Cline, and I want you to be my, and Shane's like, no. No.
Shot down in a blaze of glory.
Before he could even get done with the proposal, she's like, get back to me in 5 years and see where I'm at. No.
She said, look at that moon up there. It's not it's not going to be the same tomorrow or the next day.
And Zygodorf Knight with the $2 super chat. I get enough coffee and I can be verbal. Yes, we all can be verbal. We all get that way. Absolutely. But yeah, she's like, you know what? Let's walk out on the beach. Why do we want to be in there? And you hear the DJ. This optical disc was handed to me for the sole purpose of getting these 2 together. Blah, blah, blah. You know, Patsy Cline 95 years ago. And he's like, baby, I don't think I can be with anybody else. You're just too fine. And she's like, no.
Yes.
And you're like, damn. Yeah. Never no more. Yeah.
Like, literally.
Yeah. Mrs. Canuck
50 billion times
in that episode. And there's this squadron out on patrol, and they're flying around, pew pew pew, and suddenly they're wrecked. They just get completely demolished. Nothing on radar. And of course, what we were talking about is introducing stealth technology to the battlefield. The LiDAR that the hammerheads use cannot pick this enemy craft up. And on the side of this enemy craft, there is words in English that say abandon all hope with a skull painted on the front of the ship. The Chigs know. The Chigs know. We have got a fighter that the enemy cannot touch, that the enemy cannot equal. We will come out of the shadows blasting you apart, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it.
Taking out whole squadrons. I mean, just one vehicle taking out whole squadrons.
So the squadron shows up on the Saratoga, and it is led by Shane's high school beau. Never no more. Oh, God, here we go again. There goes the song again.
Yep.
Patsy Cline.
Yep, and her staring out of the window there in the rec room or whatever. Same scene over and over again.
Yep.
No more.
And you find out that her beau had a sweetheart. And what's funny is this is what's funny, and this is what's wrecked. He tells Shane, "I've never felt like this about anybody before."
Yeah.
And you got to wonder, is that true, or did he just say that to be a dick? Let's go around the room. I want to ask everybody. Dave Bob?
Well, I don't know. He said he kind of put a qualifier in there. I thought, since you or something like that.
Okay. Canuck?
I think it's a little of both. Usually the truth lies in the middle.
Purple?
A little bit of both. I think he's clearly still harboring something for Shane after all these years, but I think he's still bitter that she just slammed the brakes on all those years ago.
Yep.
When he tried to propose.
Yep, I would agree with that. I think he's bitter, just a little bitter. There's a scene later where they're dancing, where she's got her head on his shoulder, and she says, as long as it's not her and you know that I'm the one that's here.
Mm.
And it's like, wow, okay. So maybe, she's telling him, hey, stop thinking about her and start looking at who's here dancing with you.
Yep.
And
also, what strikes me... Go ahead.
I was just going to say, to be fair, the two ladies did look very similar to one another. I did notice.
Yeah, what struck me is how tiny she is.
Oh, Vanson?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Shane's tiny. Shane's a tiny little thing. And they fight. They fight throughout this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Shane and her ex-beau. They end up going on a mission together. And McQueen warns her. He's like, listen, there is something out there. Keep your fucking eyes open. And if you see it, report directly back to me.
Yeah, and he was risking court-martial doing that because he was ordered not to say anything.
Yes.
Yes, this elusive Chiggy von Richthofen, as they called him.
Yeah, he's got a itch and he needs to scratch and he wants information.
Yeah, McQueen's like, you're gonna bring me back the shit we need to know. And she does. Most of the squadron gets taken out in one pass. This thing destroyed half the squadron. Three people. It killed 3 people in one pass. And then boom. Now, here's the thing that is very easily missed in this episode. Shane tags that motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna tag it again. There are 3 times in this episode she tags this fucking thing. 2 times with missile fire. She hits this thing twice with a missile.
Yep.
And then a third with machine gun fire that just bounces off and doesn't do dick.
Yeah, that machine gun fire is about as effective as throwing pebbles at a tank.
Yeah.
But it was effective before.
Yeah.
It was effective when they were fighting the regular fighters. It just isn't effective against this super interceptor. And that's what it is. It's a stealth super interceptor. This thing intercepts squadrons and just flattens them immediately. The angle when she reports what happens to those 3 people, she says the angle, she's talking about the angle of attack. Okay? And when she's talking about that, she is talking about the fact that this thing flew circles around them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the way they used it reminded me very much of like a shark circling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also, that thing must have had a buttload of missiles because all it did was just stream missiles out.
The profile of attack was much higher than before, because what it would do is it would come in over them and it would be doing a circling rotation around the squadron as it fired and destroyed craft. And Shane in this reminded me of a young Starbuck that was very, very hungry. This was a young Starbuck fighting Scar that was and she was very, very hungry. She wanted that thing. The fact she hits that thing 3 times and nobody else touches that ship tells me all I need to know. She is going to be the next McQueen. She just wasn't quite there yet. Whereas McQueen wants to hunt this thing down and kill it. Shane's not quite there yet. But she's hungry and she's skilled as a pilot. Mm-hmm. She's the only one who hit this thing the entire episode. Everybody else has an opportunity. But she's the only one that hit it with missiles. I mean, a couple of people might have tapped a couple of rounds on it with a machine gun, but she is the only, and those were the 5/8. Those are her fellow pilots that get a shot in. Nobody else touches this thing the entire episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. When she's first encounters them, their LiDAR for some reason just blips just before he shows up. So while he is stealth and it doesn't show up on the LiDAR screen, the giveaway is that the scope blips just about the time he gets there.
Yeah, it like warps. It's like no, and then back to normal. It's like when it enters the engagement area, when it enters the LiDAR area, it warps the LiDAR so that it cannot be seen. Whatever jamming tech it's using not to be seen on LiDAR, and it can't be seen on video camera either. The Aerotech has a picture of the thing, but they can't catch it on video either. So it doesn't show up on video and it doesn't show up on LiDAR. Whatever jamming it's using, it's like the LiDAR knows when it enters the area, but that's it.
Mm-hmm. And every time that it's seen, it's by Shane, and it's visually. She sees it. She sees it either above, she sees it below, coming out of coverage from the planet's surface, where it's kind of hiding in the cloud coverage.
And that's because McQueen told her, keep your eyes peeled. Don't trust anything. So she's like scanning everything, not even worried about her LiDAR.
Yep. World War II, head on a swivel.
Yep.
So, and in World War II, radar wasn't radar may have saved the British in World War II as far as land-based radar, but radar on a plane wasn't really that existent yet.
Nope.
Yeah,
So,
not until late in World War II.
Almost every kill in World War II by either side was coming in, and they never saw them. I mean, they came in and just took them out of the sky before they ever saw them, which is exactly what Chiggy von Richthofen was doing.
It's amazing how well they did these 2 episodes, because these 2 episodes aren't like anything in the rest of the series. They come up with a plan. Sewell shows up from Aerotech, and he's coming up with a plan. He's like, okay. And I don't even think that's till the next episode. So we're gonna hold off on that. Yeah, that's the next episode. So they send out another team. They send out, what was it, 20 squadrons?
Yeah.
That's 100 ships. That's 100
off into different sectors.
Yeah, that's 100 freaking ships. 20 times 5. So yeah, and like Dave-Bob said, they're just going out everywhere, and it completely demolishes 2 of the squadrons like they're nothing before the 5/8 runs into it and gives it a damn run for its money.
Yep. They tagged that thing. If that thing hadn't have been so tough as far as, being able to take the cannon fire, he would have been gone. But all they did was tag him with 1 missile, and probably, I don't know, she must have tagged him with 50, 60 cannon rounds too.
Well, they tagged him with a missile, cannon rounds, and a ship. That's what they tagged him.
No.
Yeah. That's kind of what saved him when that happened. Her ex-beau, he had taken some significant damage, and he couldn't do anything as far as his guns or anything, so he just kind of kamikazed him.
And Shane Nolan, yes, the BSG episode Scar seems inspired by this. Absolutely. Because that's immediately what I was thinking when I was sitting there was Shane is a young Starbuck, a young, hungry Starbuck that wants to take this thing down. Absolutely. Her, like Gay Bob said, her beau, her ex-beau crashes his hammerhead into Scar or into Chiggy von Richthofen because Chiggy von Richthofen's going to take out Shane. It's right behind Shane. It's on her. It wants her. And then out of nowhere, his hammerhead collides with the prototype. You see his wing get blown off, and then you see them both go below the surface of this planet, and you see an explosion.
Yeah.
And that is her ex-boyfriend's hammerhead blowing up. Archer calling Chiggy von Richthofen McQueen should have changed his call sign to Snoopy. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Instead of the Angriest Angel. And that's pretty much where the episode ends. Shane, they're all back playing poker. McQueen comes in, says, we didn't get him. He's still out there, and hands Shane a notice, and it's a yellow notice, which is her beau died.
Yeah.
Kind of like the telegram that they would give people during World War II.
Mm-hmm.
And he has one of those at the beginning of the episode. Go ahead, Purple. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say that it kind of bookends the episode because that's where they first meet. He's sitting at the bar with this telegram of his lover that's just been taken out.
Speaking of World War II, ladies and gentlemen, I have got a special preview for all of you. We are going to be starting next week. We're going to be starting a huge chain of streams here at Mornings of Mischief. We're going to start off with the first one. These are going to be done by Rambling Canuck. These are going to be done by Paulie over at Latino Slant. There's a large group of us that are going to be doing these streams on Band of Brothers. This has all been brought together by Pat S. Purple Valkyrie's involved in this, I believe. And it's all brought to us by Pat S. I know Pat's in the chat somewhere, probably hanging out, being like, huh, me? What? Yes, you bastard. He's the one who's brought all this together. But I want to give you guys a little preview of what is going to be coming starting Monday. That we're going to be kicking off on Monday.
Very cool. And we do have a preview, a pre-show, if you will, on Sunday as well, before Loki kicks off the first episode on Monday.
And that will be with you, Purple, and you have a special guest?
I do, yeah. RMB will be joining me. Looking
Robert
forward to that.
Robert.
Yep.
That is
Very nice.
absolutely
Very
awesome. Absolutely awesome. I love that show. I absolutely love that show.
Yep.
So it is an honor to get to be a part of that. Again, thank you, Pat S., if you're out there, for sending the invitation when he did. I said, dude, I'll do it, but I got to do Mount Curry. I love Mount Curry. I love Mount Curry. Man, we're climbing Mount Curry. So we're going to be talking about that on Monday. Thank you again, Pat S. Let's go ahead and roll into the Angriest Angel, the knockdown, drag out best episode. I wanna do these as a two-parter. So the Angriest Angel, I absolutely love this episode. This was the point where I was like, okay, I'm committed. I'm going to watch all of this series. You have my attention now. If you didn't have it before, you absolutely positively have my attention now. It starts out with McQueen doing his daily routine, doing his daily exercise routine, talking about why are we here? Why was I created? Why am I here? What is the point of my existence? Who am I? And there's even a picture of Chiggy von Richthofen of this thing in his quarters, and he writes on it, he's like, who am I? And I think he's wondering, am I here to take this thing out? And he can't, because at the beginning of this series, the angels, the Angry Angels, the squadron he was a part of, got completely decimated by the Chigs, and he was the only survivor, but he was injured, and his equilibrium was all screwed up, and he has to have a little chip in the back of his head to help him walk 5 steps without throwing up, is the way it's explained.
Yep.
Yes, this was you guys were talking about this episode, and you said how good this episode is. You said keep with it, because this is the episode that really shines. And you were right, you really were. Even the opening monologue where he's working out and talking, he says, everyone in this life knows when the moment is before them. To turn away is simple. To ignore it ensures survival. But it's an insult to life, because there can be no redemption.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. When your ticket's up, when the piper comes calling, that's the moment you either stand up or you walk away. If you walk away, you'll live to be an old man. If you stare it down, if you stand up, if you say, no, I'm here, let's rock, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, but as Vincent said in the episode before, it's my job to volunteer.
Yeah.
I'm a Marine.
Well, the Queen is completely assured of his own prowess. He knows if given the chance, he can do this. It's just trying to get Ross and everybody else to realise that this is his defining moment. If you let him do it, he will do it.
And then he kind of takes the choice away. Just kind of like, all right, we did it your way, mother. Now we're going to do it mine.
So Sewell from Aerotech shows up and says, we're going to build a bomb. I've got this fuel that we got on this other episode. This is the Pulp Fiction briefcase moment. Look at what I've got in this briefcase. We got this on a mission the 5/8 were on when they were captured in a previous episode. We don't have the tech to build a plane. It would take us years for us to build a fighter to go head to head with Chiggy von Richthofen, but we can build a missile, a missile that it cannot get away from, a missile that will destroy it. Sewell Fuel, Psychodorf 9 calls it. Thank you, Psychodorf 9. He says that. Mr. Sewell says that back at Aerotech. We call this stuff Sewell Fuel. I'm a fucking lecherous bitch. And I'm going to die in this episode. And I was so glad that that snarky, arrogant motherfucker dies in this episode. So they decide they're going to build a missile. And McQueen's like, I want to be the soldier that delivers this missile. And no, Commodore Ross is like, by my breath tie, you will not do this mission. And he's like, if I can pass muster and if I can get my shit together and get the chip removed, because the chip will apparently blow up in his head from the high G turns.
Yeah.
He'll never survive. Yeah. The chip will explode and he'll die. And he's like, and Commodore Ross is like, I refuse to give them a gimme. And McQueen's like, if I get this chip removed from my head and I can pass the qualifications to fly, I want to be put on this mission. And the brass is like, all right, this is the most important mission. This is the reason why you want to do it, because it's the most important mission. If you can get your shit together and get the chip removed and pass your qualifications, you can fly the mission.
As a background to this, they're planning a huge operation. They found out where the Chig's home world is, and they're planning a big attack. But this John Richthofen, he has entirely shut them down in this attack and everything. And that's one of the reasons that they're so adamant about taking him out.
Yes, they cannot move forward with what they are calling Operation Roundhammer. They should have called it Thor's Hammer, Operation Blonde Muscle Hammer, without taking this thing out. This thing will completely screw up any operation that they want to throw at the Chigs to hit them behind the lines and hit them hard. This is going to change the direction of the war. Of course, it's stealth tech. That's what always is going to happen with stealth tech. It changes everything. Mm-hmm. So there's a moment in the bar on the Saratoga where everybody's trying to get the colonel's attention. He straight up tells him, he's like, I'm not your buddy. I'm not your pal. We're not smoking and joking back on the block. I'm not your fuck buddy. I am a Marine. I will be here after this war is over, getting ready for the next war. Just fuck off. He is livid about, this is what I am. This is not what y'all are. You are joking. You are having fun. You're going to go back to Mayberry. You're going to go back to Wrigley Field. I'm still going to be here waiting for the next war. It's one of the good speeches in this episode that I really liked, is when he tells them all basically to fuck off. You're not worth my time because I'm a Marine. You guys call yourselves Marines, but you're not going to be here after all this is over. I am. I thought that was one of the better speeches from McQueen, because he's not dicking around. It's not, hey, I want to make you guys feel better and I want to keep you guys relaxed and in the war and keep you going. I mean, he's not being daddy anymore. He is telling them how it is.
Yep, he tells old West, you going back to Mayberry.
Yeah.
Completely shuts Winslow down. Yeah.
You'll be eating your stupid hot dog at Wrigley. Yeah. I'm not your pal. I don't want to go into the 0G chamber and bang.
Yeah. I'm not a date. What did he call it? A date something or another. I can't remember.
A pickup bar or whatever it was. Yeah.
Pickup bar. Yeah.
Something like that. And Winslow eventually goes and apologizes. And you find out McQueen is married. Holy shit. We've spent a season with McQueen so far and had no idea he was married. And he talks a little bit with her about his life. And it's funny, he opens up to her and she's the one who goes out there and dies. Winslow has been around since the Christmas episode. Since the Christmas tree episode. And she's going to go out and she's going to buy it. She's going to take a hit. Chiggy von Richthofen's going to answer their missile with a bunch of missiles of his own. And Winslow ends up ejecting after she gets hit, and he circles her ejection pod like a shark.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Yeah.
You guys mentioned that earlier about him like a shark. He does, absolutely.
Yes, and he does it very slowly, so all the others know what he's doing. This is a psychological thing as well as taking out an enemy. He does it in front of the rest of the crew.
Yep. Taking a page from the AI handbook, just terrorizing them.
Yeah, I kind of wish we'd had a little bit more time with Winslow. I would have liked to have had her character fleshed out just a little bit more.
Yeah, she kind of went by. She lost her plot armor at the wrong moment.
Yep. Never get McQueen on your bad side, even for a second.
No, but she makes peace with McQueen, and he talks about
Yeah.
He talks about how his wife is angry she married an in vitro.
Mm-hmm.
She took all the hatred at him, pointed at him personally. She doesn't want to have a child with someone who was artificial.
No, I think what he actually said was he was wounded and he couldn't have children, and that she would not conceive even artificially inseminated because of the way they treated him, and it just reflected on her, and she didn't want her child to have any stigma from that or something.
Yeah, but he also talks about the fact that she could basically carry the child just like a normal child.
Right.
But she didn't want to. It's not like the kid would have been born in vitro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it went much deeper than that. I think she just
yeah.
didn't want a child with an in vitro, and she was using that as an excuse.
Yep.
That's the level of resentment she had. And maybe it's because she didn't know. Maybe because he didn't tell her. I don't know. We never get to find out more about that. But it's interesting to think, well, he was married and he didn't really have a relationship with anybody. But
it was also sorry, Loki.
Go ahead.
I was saying it was also one of the more poignant lines that he said, because I think he said, "I'd have liked to have been a father."
Yes.
But in answering "Who am I?" that wasn't the answer. So I thought that was really sad.
And that's what he keeps coming back to.
Mm-hmm.
Is this question of who am I? Am I the person that's going to take this thing down? Sewell ends up getting burned alive in the missile test chamber. You find out that there's a saboteur on board the Saratoga. That saboteur is a silicate. And it just happens to be the AI silicate that tortured Wang in the episode where they got this prototype fuel.
Yeah.
Yes, Elroy's back.
Yeah.
Oh, El, he's such a bad boy. He's such a bad boy. What a bad boy.
Yeah, and then he meets McQueen, finds out he's not that much of a bad boy anymore.
You are a war criminal.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Archer Collin, I thought McQueen said he'd warned her about being married to an in vitro.
Yeah,
he did,
yeah.
but she didn't listen.
Yep.
He also made it clear she didn't listen.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She did not know the depths that people went to their hatred of the in vitros. That
Yes.
she just didn't realize it.
So, Sewell ends up getting killed, burned alive in the test chamber. They end up getting a hold of the silicate, and it is the same. That El Royale model is such a bad boy. It is the same El Royale model that tortured Wang. And McQueen tortures it and finds out where the Red Baron is hiding. Where the Baron is hiding.
Yeah.
And they go after it, and it doesn't work. The pilot that they send out with a missile is, to me, a fucking novice. He just sits there and he's like, huh? As Jiggy
Yeah.
blasts him into that fucking outer space. The missile blows up. It's a premature blow up. They don't get him. He ends up taking out Winslow. And they're left with, what the hell do we do now?
Yeah. He was the ultimate NPC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Poor old
Everybody
Colonel
else is getting
Schrader.
in their- Everybody else is getting in their dress uniform except for McQueen.
Yeah. Well, they're all going to honor
Winslow. Yeah.
Winslow. Yeah, Winslow
And DJ Ronnie G, that's bad DJ Ronnie G. And they got Apollo 1. Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
Damn. Yep.
That's cold.
High oxygen, and a spark.
Yeah. Yeah. So McQueen decides, I'm going to go out. I'm going to take care of business. And like Canuck said, while everybody else is getting ready in their dress uniforms, McQueen pulls out his flight gear and he's going after it. And he shows up just as the funeral detachment is headed there down to say goodbye to Winslow. And Colonel Ross is like, or Commodore Ross is like, get your ass in your blues tie. You're not going. And he's like, yes, I am. I am going. He's like, I'll be damned if I'll be a son of a bitch if I go to your funeral, Ty. And he says, well, we can talk about your mother.
Yeah, I love that line.
Yeah.
Good line.
Commodore got a chuckle out of that. He swallowed it.
We'll talk about your mother when I get back.
And he had to keep his shit together, and because he wanted to laugh, and you could see it on his face. It's like, you son of a bitch, Ty.
Yeah, he had to choke
You
it
got
back.
me, you bastard. You got me.
No one else gets to talk to me like that. And you understand that the Commodore has been grooming Ty. The Commodore is grooming Ty to be a deck officer.
Yeah.
He hasn't been a flight officer. He might be CAG, but he hasn't been a flight officer. He has been a deck officer, and that's what Ross has been grooming him as, and he doesn't want to lose that. He doesn't want to lose his friend. He doesn't want to lose the work he's put in to kind of bring him over to the other side of the military, because there is a difference between being a flight officer, being a CAG, going out on missions with everybody, and having to stay behind. There's a big difference. And it's something that not Apollo, but Adama has to explain to Kara Thrace at one point. There's a difference between going out and being in the missions and staying back and being in command.
Yep.
It's a different attitude. There's a difference to it. And it's something you have to get used to. And Ross doesn't want to lose Ty. And you can see that. And Ty's like, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to do it. And there is a scene that we talked about earlier before we came on here where the priest that is going to be sending Winslow off at her burial in space says, don't you want to make your peace with your maker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some guy, some geek lab with a petri dish and a
eyedropper.
Yeah, eyedropper.
Why would I want to make peace with him?
And McQueen gives another hoorah Marine speech where he says, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to remove one of God's creations from his universe. And I'm going to come back here and I'm going to open a bottle of scotch and I'm going to drink it like it's Chiggy von Richthofen's blood and celebrate his death. He knows I'm going to go out there and I'm going to beat this thing. That is what I was created for. That is my existence. Who am I? I'm the one who goes out and takes out this son of a bitch. That's who I am.
Yeah.
He said, I have to go. He said, y'all made it a priority, with not sending him the first time. He said, I have to do this. This is something that just has to be done, and I'm the only one can do it.
And you wonder, is he going to die? Is this it? Because this prototype with this crazy Chiggy von Richthofen pilot has taken out everything they have thrown at him. Everything, multiple squadrons. They threw 100 planes at this thing. He took out 20 of them, and like it was nothing.
Yes, and McQueen doesn't have any extra knowledge about this thing. He's got the missile that they've given him, but it's all about his skill. This is two incredibly skilled pilots going
Well,
one-on-one.
He uses regular missiles. Those are regular missiles.
Yeah.
That soul fuel missile was already destroyed, so all he's got is regular ordnance.
Yep.
And as this funeral is going on, McQueen launches, cuts off all the radio chatter, puts his music in, and he's listening to this classical music as he's going one-on-one with this thing that has just wrecked everyone. And I think at the beginning, at the first off, if you watch this and you watch it and you watch this scene over and over and over again, this thing knows something's different.
Yeah.
It makes its first attack and it gets hit. And it's like, it's like, yeah, the game's afoot. You get that general, the game's afoot. Oh yeah. All right. And they're passing each other like the knights of old, jousting. They're making passes on each other.
Circling.
Yes, head to head, circling like two knights jousting,
sizing each other up.
Yes, and it knows this is this thing. Whoever they sent against me, this is not like the other ones that they sent against me.
This motherfucker knows what he's doing.
Yes, this shit. Motherfucker knows what he's doing, and it's a beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful scenes I've ever seen in sci-fi. It's a dance between McQueen and Chiggy von Richthofen. It's a dance. It's knights jousting. It is Iron Eagles in space, says Pat S. Yes, Iron Eagles in space. It's a beautiful scene. It's the most beautiful combat scene I've seen in anything like this. It's just neat. And patching classical music, but you definitely have to start with One Vision from Queen. That song is always part of it. Yeah. One prize, one goal. Yes.
I almost expected Johnny Cash to come back.
Yeah. I just like when McQueen takes off and the tower is trying to talk to him, he just shuts them off. Puts in the music. Shut up. I know what I'm doing.
I've got to concentrate here. Don't be in my ear.
That's right. Don't be talking to me in my ear. I got to concentrate. And he does it. It's beautiful. He does a flip over. He flips it. He inverts his hammerhead, fires 2 missiles, flips over, fires 2 more, and the first 2 hit. And when the first 2 hit, that's it. This thing has been disabled, and when the other 2 hit it after that, that's it. It's over. It's gone. It's destroyed. McQueen comes back, and everybody's just kind of standing there like, how? Because that's who he was. This was his destiny. This was his moment of, you can either do this or you can walk and leave.
Yeah. And he's
either back by lunchtime.
He came back on 1 engine.
Yeah.
Yes, I think ultimately this is him answering his own question of who am I? Yeah, this is who he was. This is what he was meant to do.
Yep.
And Shum, yeah, he wasn't in the best shape. No, he wasn't in top form when he took this thing out. When they pull him out of that cockpit, he's got blood running out of his inner ear all the way down the side of his face. He has blood coming out of his ear because of the high G maneuvers. He took it and he was hurting. He was not in grade A form. He was hurt. And we have no idea what the Chig was. The Chig had been hit in previous episodes. The Chig took a damn hammerhead. It got hit with a hammerhead, not just a missile, but a hammerhead. and we have no idea what condition it was in, but it was a fair fight. And that was the thing. With all your technology and all your gadgets and all your wizardry, I came in and I beat you, and it was a fair fight.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I get
I
to drink
came,
scotch.
I saw, and I blew shit up.
That's right. and he gets to drink scotch. He drinks. It shows McQueen at the end in the bar drinking a bottle of scotch, and that's when he asks. He goes, "Now that I have my answer, I have to ask, who was he?
Yep.
And who was she? Who was this woman that wanted to bed me? Who was this woman that was in the 5/8 that I never paid any attention to? Who was she that died, and who was he that I killed?
And was it worth it?
And was it worth it?" It's beautiful. It's a beautiful fucking way to end an episode. It was a beautiful 2-parter, and I've got to say, I don't give shows 10s. I don't give TV shows 10s. But the Angriest Angel, I've got to give a 10. It's from start to finish. This is what this show is all about. And it sucks that there wasn't more. It sucks that they ended it, because this was magic. I had friends that hated sci-fi that watched this episode and were like, "Oh man, I gotta find out. He's gonna do it. Is McQueen gonna fucking take this thing out?" And it was like, damn, you don't even like sci-fi shows. You hate Star Trek. You don't like Star Wars, but you're into this, really? Yeah, it's badass. Okay, all right. What did you guys think? We're gonna start out with Dave Bob, and we're gonna go around the panel.
Definitely the Angriest Angel is a 10. I've always thought that. Now, overall for the 2 episode, I'll have to give it a 9, because, the first one, Never No More, was only about a 8. But
yes,
yeah, definitely, the Angriest Angel was a 10.
Canuck.
Yeah, I'd say the Angriest Angel was a 10. I'd agree with Dave Bob. The Never No More, just because they overplayed Patsy, was 8. But the only thing that was missing from the Angriest Angel was McQueen ripping off some Roddy Piper. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum. I'm all out of bubble gum. I mean, that was the only thing missing, but can't fault them on that.
Yeah, I'd agree. Angriest Angel, I would give a 10. Like I said before, you guys said that this is the absolute best episode of Space Above and Beyond, and you were right. It goes into such detail of McQueen. It shows you who he is as a person, who he is as a character, and the actor really, really carried this episode. I was really impressed with him. Never No More, I enjoyed. Both episodes are very, very strong. They do deep dives into Vanson and into McQueen. I would give Never No More an 8, because honestly, it left me feeling very sad. The whole idea of what if, we have these moments in time, and you can either choose to take them or you can delay them, and you can come to regret it sometimes. But The Angriest Angel was so good. It's such a good episode. Really, really enjoyed it.
I agree with you, Purple. Both episodes, one about Vanson, one about McQueen, but they're essentially the same question of who am I? Vanson doesn't know when she is proposed to. When the beau asks her at the prom, marry me, he almost does, and she shuts him down before he can quite get there. She wants something more. She asked me in 5 years. Asked me in 5 years after I've joined the Corps and done this for my parents. Asked me in 5 years, and that's like the thing. One of the things I noticed in Never No More, you have got 2 main characters heart-throbbing over Vanson and they don't get any time. Hawks has a thing for Vanson. We all know this. West is kind of getting a thing for Vanson, and both of them are put on the on the sideline in Never No More, because Hawks is like, wait a minute, why the hell does he get there? And West stops him. He's like, whoa there, sunshine. Calm down and cool your jets and wait your turn. And it's almost like both of them know, well, we've got a chance with her, but because this guy is in here, we can't really get this. And it's it's do you open that door or do you leave it shut? I give Never No More an 8, and I give Angriest Angel 10. I'm amazed we all have exactly the same stance here. That Never No More is a good episode. It's not perfect, but it's a good episode. It's a sad episode, but it's a good episode. And then you've got the Angriest Angel, which is just like, fuck yeah, McQueen.
Yeah.
I
love that. Yeah, I loved it so much, when he was giving that speech about drinking that blood of his enemy, and the Padre said, "Amen."
Yeah.
Yeah. And they make her bow. They make her bow a wild card. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
They gave him the patch.
They gave him the patch.
The other thing we learn in these episodes is kind of that underlying current is the Chigs know a lot more than they're giving them credit for.
Yeah, and information has been held back. Information, and Daryl, like, brother, thank you. You didn't have to do that. $50 super chat from Daryl the Derelict. Thank you. And he says, these reviews are so good with the perfect panel for it. You said without us, you wouldn't be here. At the same time, without you, we wouldn't be here. You are the reason we keep the fires lit. You are a good man and a great brother. Thank you, Daryl. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. Thank you all so very much.
Well said, Daryl.
Well said, and I can't agree more.
Thank you. Thank you. Turning my own words against me. God damn you.
Well, it's about time we make that Loki, quit chewing that humble pie and maybe take some credit for some shit he does once in a blue moon. Just saying.
Thank you, brother. Really.
All right.
And I can't think of anything better than burning down a village for that one. Thank you so very much, Daryl. You guys keep the fires burning bright in Valhalla. Skål! And DJ Ronnie G, regarding Daryl's super chat, I'm up before 9 a.m. on my day off. Enough said. Thank you, brother. Thank you so very much. Thank you all of you for being up this early and for being here. Thank you guys so very much for this. You guys, you do keep the fires burning bright. I know I'm here. I know what I do, but you guys do it too. So thank you. Thank you. This wouldn't be this without you. And obviously, yes, I agree. It wouldn't be it without me. So thank you. Thank you all. Oh, yes. You know what? Fuck it. We're giving him 2. Skål!
Spartans! What is your profession?
You got to, Daryl. Thank you guys so very much. We will be back. We will be back next week with more Space Above and Beyond. I think we've got 3 or 4 weeks left, and then we're going to go into Firefly, and we're going to invite Erwin on for a little Firefly. So if you have, obviously you all are more than welcome to come back. Everyone that's on the panel on Fridays is always welcome to come back. But we're going to be doing a little Firefly on Fridays. So
nice. Look forward to it.
Brown coats. The brown coats. The brown coats are coming. The brown coats are coming. The brown coats are coming. Yeah, we aim to misbehave. That's right. That's right. All right, guys, we've got Purple Valkyrie. What have you got coming up, Purple?
Yep, be up in about an hour, and I will be talking about American Horror Story, another one of my favorite shows.
Oh shit! Is that anything like Penny Dreadful? I used to love Penny Dreadful.
I love Penny Dreadful. Yeah, I might cover Penny Dreadful at one point.
Huh? I may show off my limited edition Penny Dreadful album on Sunday. I don't know. We might do that as one of the shorts. We are adding shorts left and right, ladies and gentlemen. 3 a week: Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Canuck, what do you got going on?
Oh, well, we've got karaoke as always tomorrow night. I should have a What If series dropping today if I can edit today. And Mary's got her game room as always, Saturday afternoon at 12:30 usually, give or take, Central.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're still plugging along, and then of course next Tuesday, History with R&R. After Loki kicks it off, we'll host the Band of Brothers. Looking forward to that. So,
oh, yeah. I liked being able to come in and fly under the wire last week. Nobody knew who the hell I was or that I was even there. And then I sang, I don't want to set the world on fire. And nobody knew I was there. Ha ha! Suckers. All right. Dave Bob, you got anything going on you want to talk about, brother?
Just next week, next Monday night, I'm going to be with you, kicking off the Band of Brothers tribute, and I'll be here next Friday.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We are going to rock it down and burn it down. We're going to burn that shit down on Monday. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us. Don't forget, Purple Valkyrie is coming up in under an hour. She's got her show going on. We're going to leave you for the weekend. I don't think we have anything going on this weekend. I don't think we do. I might have something on Sunday. I might have agreed to something. I don't know. I'll be around at some point this weekend. Everybody take care. Have a great one. Be excellent to each other. And always speak friend to enter. Later, everybody.
take her easy.
Bye.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.